Back in the old Acadia. This is one of the newer vehicles in the Birdie Fab fleet. I don't know what its problem is lately, but there's a video I posted about a battery, changing the battery, and they had the corrosion on the negative battery terminal. It's been a hot minute, as the kids say, since I posted a video, so here we are. It's not really what I wanted to be doing tonight. I got some stuff coming, though. Hope a couple of things. I think it's going to be pretty interesting, but I hope so at least. But anyway, so my wife calls me, and she said that her car would not start while she was at the gas station. She said that it would not turn over, so we got a no crank, no start. The lights, obviously, you can see, lights are on. So if the battery, if it's an electrical, like a voltage supply problem, it's not super bad, I guess. Obviously, the battery's new. So here's what I'm going to do. I haven't tried to start it. She did sit there for a few minutes and then got it. It did start, and so she drove it home. And I just got here, so this will be my first time seeing, I guess, what it's doing. So anyway, here we go. Let's check it out. All right, let's see what we get. I know the radio's gonna come on, so let's see. I don't know if that turns it off really or not, but okay. I hear the fuel pump primed. There, well, it's not running, duh. Of course there's a light. Okay. Click. So, as I mentioned earlier in the other video, we had that problem with the corrosion on the negative battery terminal. And so I did go ahead and buy a new negative battery cable. So I'm definitely going to swap that, see what we get from there. Actually, I'm not going to try it again. It could be, it's, I don't know. The lights might be a little bit dim. Let me try that again just to see if these lights get... Okay, so now it wants to go. And I didn't see any change in the brightness. See, I was looking for a fluctuation there. Just to see if it's drawing, too much current. Obviously there's a change right there you just saw, but it's running off battery power now and not alternator, so yeah, not crazy. So, all right, so that's the plan. It's probably either the terminal, hopefully. I guess aside from that, it could be potentially a starter solenoid. But, definitely a hard click there. Hopefully you heard that. I'm kind of glad it did it, because I wanted to see what the behavior was. And I'm also we'll plug the scan tool up. See if there's any pending trouble codes. There wasn't any. At least the light wasn't on. The check engine light, or whatever y'all want to call that, malfunction illuminator. So yeah, let me do that. I'm gonna grab the scan tool right quick. We'll see what it's got in there, and then go ahead and swap this terminal out. This is not my main scan tool. I'm not terribly familiar with it, and the user interface is a little weird. But what I'm seeing a pending. Well, I assume that's a pending code. My normal scan tool is an Innova something. It's an older one, but it still works good. It reads GM ABS codes too, so that's handy. Let's see what we got. See what I'm saying? I mean, like, just get where you want. You know where I want to go, right? Just get me there. I don't have to go through 1,300 menus. No codes are stored in the module, but which module are we even looking at here? Let's see. What does it say for pending? Okay, no pending codes. I mean, obviously, yeah, there won't be any. Okay, so let's go back and switch to the 7E8 module. See what we get here. So I don't know what module this is. Okay. Yeah. So I don't think this is related. It has been throwing, it had thrown a code for this before. It actually had the light on, check engine light. It doesn't now. P0455 large leak detected, which, you know, runs in the family because that's what's going on with the Escalade right now. But I know what's happening with it because I have the evap purge line disconnected, so I can actually put gas in it without it backing up the neck every time. So yeah, I mean, I don't think that would I don't think that this would cause what I'm seeing with the no crank, no start. Unless through some weird thing, you know, if the evap purge was stuck open and the charcoal canister was full of fuel and it sucked a bunch of gas up into the intake and hydro-locked it. But I think that it wouldn't be running right now if that were the case. So, and obviously that's a pretty crazy thing to have happened. So I don't think this is related. So let's go ahead and continue on with plan A and re-examine that negative battery terminal and see what we get. I'll check in once I get that battery door open. It gets dark at like 2:30 p.m. now. Typically I don't mind it, but whatever. It's a pain when you're trying to get something done. But all right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm trying to hold the light and all, so what I want to do is I want to check the voltage from the terminal itself, not touching the battery, whatever, the post. I don't want to touch the post, I just want it directly from the terminal. So just to see, because I want to do a before and after and see if this one, obviously, you know, you see it still got some pretty significant corrosion or corrosion damage. So let's see. We can, I don't know if you'll be able to see that well or not. You know, 12.46. I don't think that's it. But yeah, multiple spots. Well, that's shady. Yeah, 12.45. Yeah, so 12.45, and we'll just go post to post on this one. 12.45. Yeah, so it's making a pretty good connection, I would say, based on that. But I got the new one, so let's go ahead and swap it out. You can see it shouldn't be much to it. You just got this one bolt here and then a smaller little connector. I don't know what that's for, unless it's got some sort of voltage draw or current draw monitoring or something. I don't know. I don't know, okay? There should just be 2 wires here. I don't know what all this is. It's too fancy. But, all right, so that's what we're going to do. Pull that off and, yeah, get it swapped out. Well, let's see. Here's the new one. Now, this one is not OEM, but yeah, everything seems to check out as far as this plug style and the length and all that. So I think we're good to go. Yeah, grab a ratchet and whatever, make it happen. All right, back again. Do the same test from the actual terminals and see what we get voltage-wise. 12.36 now to the posts. 12.36, same deal. So yeah, 12.36. Of course, I'm getting it all over the terminal now because, of course, there's no corrosion on it. Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and also pop the hood. Well, first of all, make sure it actually starts. And then I'm going to pop the hood and start looking for it. Because I don't know, I've never even seen where the starter is on this thing. Or at least I've never paid attention to it. So, pop the hood, poke around a little bit, see if we can see it. And, yeah, we'll see where we get from here. It did start, no problem. This time. Could be placebo, but felt like it started a little quicker than it did last time. Probably is placebo. The infamous oil filter. So, probably gonna have to get under it to see it. Transmission or transaxles over on this side. So I would imagine that it has a flex plate like a normal engine would have if the starter engages, but hey, maybe not, I don't know. That's what we're doing here on Birdie Fab. We're learning things. Unfortunately, it's cold and dark when we're learning things today. Okay. I'm gonna get it up on the ramps and see. I don't think. Yeah, get it up on the ramps and slide under there and get a little different perspective on the situation. So I underestimated the distance between the front of the car and the wall, so I had to do a little parkour to get under here. But here we are. There's a starter. No, try to get y'all around there. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. So, that's right. No, I still can't. I don't know. I don't know. Can you see it? You tell me. It's right there next to that cat. Not the best angle. There's a little heat shield up there. And yeah, he should be able to see it from there. So it looks like there's probably two. You can probably pull this cat off the exhaust and get to it. That may be I'm worried about the bolts. These bottom bolts are fine. Upper bolts are a little sketch. I don't want to be breaking exhaust bolts, but maybe we'll try one and see if it comes to that. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm just planning ahead. But yeah, so I think pull this cat and maybe the exhaust manifold, and it would have enough clearance to get it out. Otherwise, may be able to pull this motor mount. This is the lower motor mount or engine support or whatever you want to call it. So maybe able to pull that, get it out that way. You know, it's not gonna be a fun job, but I don't see anything obvious. I can see the wiring from here. I don't know that you can really see it on the camera, but I can see a little bit of what's exposed outside of the heat shielding, and it doesn't look burned or anything. It physically looks okay. There's not a bunch of oil on it. It's not leaking anything. So starter looks okay. Hopefully that's not it. But anyway, that's definitely, well, I don't guess it's the worst case scenario, but it's a pretty bad scenario if we're having to change the starter. So hopefully it doesn't come to that, but anyway, it's kind of good to know where it's at. Kind of have a game plan about how to get to it if we have to. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. And just in case, I'm gonna throw my jump starter in here and show her how to use that thing in the morning, just in case. All right, we go.